tell me, how did you find out about the Savory Butcher?
I found out I follow some coupon bloggers and just different people like that, thriftiness, and came across the Savory Butcher from their recommendations. They did some interviews with the owner who started it. She kind of started it after Zaycon closed too, because she was a loyal fan and customer of Zaycon for a long time, and she wanted something to get fresh meat and in bulk for her family, and so she started this community bulk meat buying co-op group on Facebook, and then from that came the Savory Butcher that's now doing some pilot runs across the country in different cities and states to see if the community can come together and purchase together instead of through a big corporation to get the same kind of deals and bulk meat.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Zaycon but different now.
Yes.
Yeah, so that actually got me really excited. So so we got our meat today, and we got 40 pounds of beef and we got 40 pounds of chicken. Now when we got the beef comes in 4 10-pound tubes of ground beef, and if you haven't seen that before, it's a pretty awesome thing to actually see. They're like beef torpedoes.
AKA chubs is what they call them.
Chubs is what they actually call them. That's kind of funny. I like beef torpedoes better.
Okay, we'll go with torpedoes.
So anyways, it's pretty awesome to get that. Now the chicken was a little bit of a different scenario than with Zaycon through the Savory Butcher. It was actually
pre-cut and trimmed.
Yeah.
Which I know for everybody who bought the chicken, they did it for the good deal and the good chicken. But man, what a time saver.
Yeah, and actually
for the same price.
Yeah, which immediately makes me want to jump into our pros and cons section really quick, and I want to talk about the pros, because the one thing that I heard my wife talking about and just smiling and half dancing in the kitchen as she's preparing this chicken is she actually felt like she was getting 40 pounds of chicken instead of like 40 pounds of chicken with like the weird trimmings that had come with Zaycon. So
yeah,
we actually felt like we were getting more chicken, like real chicken, because it was pre-cut and then thrown in the box.
Right.
So it was more like 40 pounds. So that was one pro. What was another pro with going with the Savory Butcher?
Another pro would be just that it's fresh farm to delivery, so that it's never been frozen, which at the end with Zaycon I did get some frozen chicken. Also, you're paying up front for the bulk quantity of meat, but you're saving in your budget so that you can actually, spread your budget every week or bi-weekly, monthly, however you shop and get your paychecks. Your food budget can go farther because you're not having to use a chunk of that for meat every time.
Yeah, which, for me as a providing father for a family of 6, that's including me, it makes me feel like I'm doing a good job, especially when we have all this meat and beef on hand. And it makes me feel really excited, which this is the pro aspect of it, is I'm saving a few $100s at the end of the year when we're buying up front like this versus just buying like the bags of chicken or like the bags of beef patties. It's actually a lot nicer that way.
Right. Well, the thing with this company too is that they prepay for the product, so then you can pick it up, and you can pay prior to pickup or also the day of. So there's really no risk to you, for losing money or your product, because they're a little bit more flexible with that.
Yeah, which is really cool. Trying to think, is that all the pros we have? And then maybe we should talk about a couple cons about buying through the Savory Butcher.
I'll add one more pro before we go there.
Okay.
We talked about how the meat came when it looked, but I do want to say that the quality of the meat looked exceptional. I did actually purchase the 8119 this time instead of the 93.7 like I typically do, but it still was very good quality. It didn't have any of that pink weird filler stuff like you see a lot of times in ground meat. So I was really excited to see that, and the chicken looked really good quality as well. So
yeah, that's true. We were pretty excited about that.
The only con I see at all is that it's not pre-scheduled out like months, in advance like Zaycon was. It is, 10 days to 2 weeks when you find out about delivery is going to happen in your area. So it's definitely, but if you follow the group and stuff, you'll find out as soon as they schedule something, but it's different than knowing months ahead of time when you're going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, which it's kind of like a pro and a con all at the same time, because
Right.
it's a con because it's a very short time window, but at the same time it's a pro because you're getting fresh meat.
Well, and it's guaranteed they're not going to keep changing it, or you're not sure if it's really going to get it because they're going to, it's going to wait till it's ready and purchased and ready to sell to people like us. So
Yeah, and then my con, of course, is just because you're buying in bulk, and the way that we are actually well, the first thing, buying in bulk, you need to have a place to store it. That's a definite, and so just be thinking about that as you're buying in bulk, especially with meat. Otherwise, you're going to be eating a lot of meat really fast. So we have a freezer out in our garage, and that's where we put it. And so the other con that we have is we do have to prep it, and that just takes a little bit of time to do. And so we take those beef torpedoes and we cut them down into 1 pound chunks, and we actually end up making these thin little bricks that we can stack and tier up in our freezer. And honestly, the reason why, one, we do that is so it saves space in our freezer, and two, it's really handy when we come out to thaw it, because when it's thin like that and it's been stacked like that, man, you're running it under that water and it thaws out really fast. And especially when you have really hungry kids after sports and everything else, and you didn't take the time to prep it because you had to be changing diapers at the same time, and now you're running late, and now you're trying to go there, and now you come home, now you gotta feed the kids. No, oh my gosh, it's just a craziness. It actually thaws out really fast, and dinner gets put on the table a lot quicker. But so, which leads me to my last con, is this was their pilot run, and if they don't have enough people backing them in the area, then it's going to be gone. And for me, that's a big con, and the reason why is I am the dad of a household of 6 males, and this is a very easy, very convenient way for us to provide for our family, and I don't want to see that leave. And so that's where we're kind of at with wanting to do this review. And the big reason behind this is we do want to make an awareness of this company because we do like it so much. And that leads me to my last question that I have when we're reviewing something is, would we recommend this to our friends and family? And what would you say?
I would say yes.
I would say yes as well, because again, I don't want to see it leave. I love this service. I loved Zaycon. I know we kind of felt a little burnt with them towards the end, but honestly, we loved that service that they provided for our family just by having that bulk meat and that readiness for us. So if you are a larger family and you like to purchase affordable meat at a large quantity so you can have it readily on hand, I really suggest that you thumbs up this video, that you like it, share it to those that that also would like to have that type of thing for their family, having that bulk meat just ready to go at any given time, and just get that word out. Now, I know you were talking about a group just a little bit ago. There's a Facebook group, right?
Yes.
That you're now a part of. Can you tell us a little bit about that? The
Facebook group is called Community Bulk Meat Co-op. Bulk Meat Buying Co-op.
We'll get it right.
So yeah, if you go on Facebook and just search that group, we can maybe put a link in the comments. But if you're on the fence with this company or just kind of unsure after being burnt, check out the Facebook group. Check out the about on it. It kind of tells about how this kind of came about, because it's another mom and other families that want fresh farm to delivery. They want good quality meat. They want to be able to buy it in bulk like this to have it on hand. And that's kind of where, when Zaycon closed its doors, it got her thinking. And so just check out the link, the Facebook group, Community Bulk Meat Buying Co-op. There we go.
Awesome. And actually, what's the gal's name?
Her first name is Cassie. I can't remember her last name.
And you actually got to meet her today and talk with her, didn't you?
I did.
What were your overall impressions about her?
I really liked her. Good impression. She's definitely not in this for money for herself. She's in it to provide, something that we all came to love with Zaycon and that we all want. And we all got burnt, with Zaycon, and we all but we still all, a lot of families can benefit from that type of, this product and the service.
Cassie, I will say this, my wife, when she came back today, she was very bubbly after meeting you. She was very excited to really get to talk with you and get to meet with you, which honestly, the impression that I got from my wife about who you are and the service that you're actually providing, not only for my family, but for many families around here, I just want to say thank you. First off, because I don't think that you're technically in this for the dollar at the end. I think you're technically in it because this is a service that your family definitely wants and that my family definitely wants, and I just want to say thank you for taking the lead on that and making this come to a fruition. So if it's any consolation, keep doing what you're doing. We love it. So yeah, I think that's really our overall impressions. And if you want to learn more about this group and about Cassie and everything that she's about, we'll have that link provided below and we'll go from there. But yeah, again, like and share if this is something that you would like to have, and also if you know somebody else who wants this service, because we don't want to see it end. And with that, that is our review of the Savory Butcher. Any last words?
That's it.
That's it. All right. You guys have a good one. Go drink your coffee and we'll have a good day. Cheers.
Cheers.